When I first started my YouTube channel, I was absolutely intimidated. Like, I used to watch other channels and their video looked so amazing. It was just perfect, and I did not know how exactly I was going to be able to achieve that because I had no prior experience with cameras or anything of this sort. And one thing that I gathered a lot of creators saying is gear does not matter. And so that kind of calmed me down, and I said, okay, fine, gear does not matter, let me just focus on other parts. And now that it's been more than 1 year that I've been creating YouTube videos, I'm starting to question that advice they had given. Does gear really not matter? Let's find out in this video, but I think we need to go in because it looks like it's going to rain, so let's head to my studio. So April of 2021 was when I've uploaded my first ever YouTube video, and the reason I uploaded it, or the push that I got, was from one of Neistat's videos where he said that
first, let's talk about gear. Gear doesn't matter. This is shot on my 3-year-old Galaxy S3. It looks fine. If you don't have money for a camera, just use your cell phone. Cell phones are great.
And that video gave me the push I needed to pick up my phone, that was this phone, and record my first ever YouTube video. Let me show you all how it was. And this is how my first couple of videos looked. No, actually wait. This is how it looked and sounded. Now I know this is pretty crappy quality, so let's just switch back to this camera. And so the first couple of videos I recorded on this very phone, and guess what, I not only recorded on this phone, I also edited every single one of the videos on this phone. I used to just keep the phone on a chair, and I used to sit on another chair and I would record it this way. Now I didn't really care about the analytics or anything like that. I just wanted to make more and more videos because in my mind I understood that the more number of videos you have, the more chances of you going viral and the more chances of drawing people in. Now I did this for a couple of months, but my channel never really grew. And then I started to wonder, like, why I'm putting all this effort into making these videos but nobody's watching. Like, what's the reason? So that's when I decided to do some research and find out how to make my videos a little bit better. So then I came across how audio is important, and so I purchased this lav mic, this cheap lav mic, to improve my audio. And after that I came to know about lighting, so I bought some cheap ring lights, which was not really a great source of light, but it was decent and I was happy with it. And so I was using this ring light. This is very cheap and very flimsy, like there. And slowly my channel started to grow and gain more attention. But then I started to feel like the quality of this phone, the cameras on this phone, were not that great, and I was able to get only 1080p. And so I decided to go and buy the cheapest but most versatile camera that I could get my hands off, and that was this. And this is the camera that I've been using to record majority of my videos for about at least a year. About 150 videos on my main channel, 50 videos on my second channel, and so many other videos that never actually saw daylight. And as you can see, it's okay, it's not that bad. One problem with the GoPro is everything is in focus. I'm in focus, the computer is probably in focus, the lights are in focus, so there is no real depth of field that is available. Now I use this camera for indoors and outdoors, and outdoor shots are beautiful. I mean, that's what the GoPro is made for, but indoor it struggles, as you can see, as compared to this camera. Let's just switch back and show you. And while this camera is very versatile and is very capable, it struggles in low light conditions, especially indoors. Outdoors it's amazing, and the fact that it can shoot 4K is even better. But indoors, in low lighting situations like in the studio right now, it wasn't that great. But it was a level up from this, and so my videos started getting better and I started gaining more and more traction with my channel, and you guys started watching it and you subscribed as well. So I really appreciate you guys for doing that, because the positive reinforcement I get from you guys just feels amazing. And if you're new to this channel, then do consider subscribing. My name is McMaster. I'm a physiotherapist by profession, but on this channel I post videos on anything and everything that inspires me, in the hope that it will inspire you as well. So if that sounds like something interesting, do consider subscribing, because that makes me feel a little bit more pro. Okay, bad joke, cancel. And also after that I purchased the iPhone SE, because this is capable of shooting 4K videos as well. But again, this struggles indoors and in low light situation, because you can see the camera is very small and the sensor is very small. And slightly over a month back, I started my second channel, The McMaster Show, where I upload daily videos. And I used to record the daily videos on this camera, that is the GoPro. But the one problem I started facing with this camera is it started overheating. So if I would record a video for more than 5 minutes, it would overheat and corrupt all the video files that were there on the memory card. So that would mean if I spent about half an hour setting up and recording an entire video, I would just lose it within the span of 5 minutes, and that would take up a lot of time, because I would have to go and record the entire thing again, because I'm posting every single day on that channel, so I need to upload. And with having to do videos multiple times and working my job as a physiotherapist and trying to post on this channel, it was a real waste of time. And that's why I decided, like, that's it, enough. I need to get myself a decent camera, and that's why I decided to buy the Sony ZV-1. Now this is only the box, because the camera is actually recording this video, and I had to sell a couple of my investments in order to be able to finance the purchase of this camera. I just got a message that the funds have been settled. They've been transferred into my bank account. So that means I can now purchase a brand new camera. And now the golden question, does gear really matter? Yes, it does, but with a caveat. You see, if in the start I had focused on trying to get my gear right, trying to get the best camera, I don't think I would have spent so much time learning how to edit better, or how to tell better stories, or how to structure my videos better, how to focus on all the other aspects of filmmaking and editing, as compared to if I had got the expensive gear. Yes, I know that I would have definitely improved even with the fancy gear and would have probably looked better. But the thing about starting to record on this is, in the start I just wanted to try it. I had this feeling that I wanted to try making YouTube videos, and slowly I started enjoying it more, and that's why I went and bought the Mac Mini so that I can edit better. And slowly I started getting more and more into it, and I went and bought this camera, and then I started buying all this other gear, like this mic and everything else, like the lights behind, and I just got more and more into it, and I figured out I love it so much. Like, now I'm ready to spend money on this, because this is more than a hobby. This has become my real passion. So starting to record on this and then transitioning to this not only helped me improve on other aspects, but it also helped me understand that I actually enjoy this. Like, what's the point of spending all that money on expensive gear and buying it and trying it, and seeing that you don't actually enjoy making videos and you don't want to do it? And there's nothing wrong if you do not want to do it. It's not because you're lazy, you just don't have an interest in it, and that's okay. But you spent a lot of money on the gear, and that's going to go to waste. So that's why it's so much better to just start with what you have, and if you enjoy it, and as you learn and become better, you will slowly start taking the step by step to improve your content. It only happens with practice over time. A fancy camera is not going to make you the best YouTuber overnight. Actually, if you get a fancy camera and you do not understand anything and you find that very overwhelming, it might actually discourage you. So that's why I understand now why the creators say gear does not matter, because we use the gear as an excuse not to ever start. So my only advice to you, not only in video creating or making YouTube videos, if there's anything that you wanted to ever try, Just start. I know you might not see the way of how you're going to get there, but understand this: when you take the first step and you travel the first couple of meters, once you've covered the first couple of meters, only then can you see the next couple of meters. And that's how every process is. You just need to start, and the next part will unfold, and you will understand how and when to take the next step. So that's the message I want to leave you guys with. Just start. If not now, then most likely it will be never.